Okay, 4 on the floor.
I love Citywide Bank. I have an account at Citywide Bank.
Yes, we do. Sponsored by Citywide Banks. 4 questions. We each get 30 seconds to answer.
Do I have to turn around?
We don't always see eye to eye on this thing. When you hear the ding, stop. First one. What are you looking forward to more? The NFL draft or Major League Baseball's opening day?
I would take the second one. Got limited time. I would take the second one if the Rockies were opening at home. They tend to open on the road now because of weather issues here. I always loved Rockies opening day. But NFL draft, now it's become, and since I watched draft day the other night, I'm kind of into it.
Yeah.
So the draft.
Yeah, I'm into the draft more too these days, especially since it's hard to get excited about the Rockies. Love the atmosphere. I mean, there are 50,000 people in the stands, but there are probably another 100,000 people outside the stadium, and it's kind of like a spring fest on opening day. So I do like that, but the NFL has gotten so big and we get so into it, and it's in Chicago this year, which is my hometown, so I'm kind of into it a little bit more.
Can I also add that opening day used to be Tuesday in Cincinnati. Now ESPN has a Saturday night game or Sunday night opener, and openers are like for a week long, and you can't really. There's no longer an opening
Right.
day.
It used to be a bigger thing. All right. Tom Izzo, who do you want coaching your team? Tom Izzo or Krzyzewski?
Well, the only thing I would answer from this is Izzo has more Z's in his name. Did you ever notice that?
No,
but if
it's
you
the same. They each have 2.
You're right.
Yeah.
I asked earlier if Dick Monfort could count. Can I read? I'm from the South. I got a reason for that. Yeah, there's 2 Z's, 1 Y, there's a W, there's a K. How would you like to have that as a puzzle on?
I wouldn't win Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, I'll take a Z, 4 Z's.
Don't need a vowel.
I'll take a W. Okay, you got that. I'll take a K.
Who do you
Nobody
want?
would do that.
Who do you want?
Okay, at the end of the show, you get to say 5. You get 5 consonants in a vowel. Who would say Z W K? Because everybody says R L.
Right.
Who would I take? K.
I'm with you on that one too. If for no other reason, not only has he won more championships and been to the Final Four longer, although he's had a longer coaching career, but he also recruits and develops more NBA players, and to me that's more exciting. All right.
You take this one.
Punishment for Atlanta is the punishment for the Atlanta Falcons and the Cleveland Browns fair? I need to plead ignorance on this. What do they do? Atlanta loses a draft pick for piping in noise. All right. And Ray Farmer, the Cleveland Browns general manager, suspended 4 games for texting to the sideline during the games. I think losing the draft pick was a little too much. I don't think they should have lost a draft pick for that.
Sure.
I think a hefty fine would have been enough. Draft picks are so damn valuable. But suspending a general manager for 4 games, he doesn't impact anything during the season for 4 games. I mean, he's not on the field. He's not making the decisions. He's not helping his team prepare for the upcoming opponent. I think Atlanta got hit harder, and I think it was a little bit more unfair.
Cheaters. Of course, that was fair. They were cheating. Did
Farmer
you not
wasn't cheating?
No, well, I'm not. I'm getting to Atlanta.
Okay.
You said Atlanta's was unfair. That it shouldn't have been that much. It should have been cash. No, should be a draft choice. You shouldn't be cheating. You shouldn't be piping noise in. In regard to Cleveland, that is not right. They suspended him for 4 games. There wasn't a thing that said he couldn't text. He could text from home to the sideline. So what's to stop him?
That's true. And our final question. More disappointing dessert, Jell-O or fruit? This is a great question. Who came up with this? Oh, I did.
Oh, you did? Do you know what state sells more Jell-O than any other state?
Oh, wow. All right, I'm going to guess. Mississippi.
Ooh, that's close.
Louisiana.
Utah.
Really?
Utah.
How is Mississippi close to Utah?
It wasn't. It was a joke. But Utah is number 1 in Jell-O. And when I wrote bad things about Utah at the Olympics, a radio station there had about 4 million boxes of Jell-O sent to me at this building across the street.
What'd you do with it?
We donated it to
Food
the
bank?
missions,
Yeah.
missions around the city and stuff.
What would you like least for dessert, Jell-O or fruit?
I like Jell-O.
Yeah. I don't even know what Jell-O is. What does it do? I mean, what is it? Where does it come from?
Do you know where it's? You don't know?
No. Is it fat?
Does anybody know
Is it
where it
fat?
came from?
What is it?
Oh, you're not gonna. If you ever like Jell-O, you're not gonna.
Well,
like horse's hooves.
oh gosh. The worst. My mom. I'm a sweets guy. Okay, I'm
Don't
a
I
dessert
amaze
guy.
you with knowledge that
Yes,
is
I don't
worthless?
know
People
where-
have said to me, you have
you know
more
what?
than worthless
You
knowledge.
make crap up, and I'm going to start checking up on you.
No.
Horses' hooves? Come on.
Yes, look it
Seriously?
up. Look it up. It's easy to look up. Yeah.
The worst was when my mom would put the fruit in the Jell-O and try to pass it off as dessert.
well,
Seriously.
I didn't.
Pineapple
I
and
don't like
bananas and
fruit in Jell-O. I don't want you to mess with my Jell-O by putting fruit in there. And it's always fruit that I don't like, peaches or something like that. I want my Jell-O to be Jell-O.
The fact is, and this is a
Put
fact,
some whipped cream on
both
it.
of them
Ugh.
suck as dessert.
No, Jell-O is. You didn't grow up poor like I did. If you grew up poor, Jell-O was like a delight. I mean, it was something we looked forward to. We had Jell-O on Sundays. It was so good. I couldn't wait till Sunday and I could have Jell-O with some of that fake whipped cream you spray on the top of it.
Fake, great. So you're eating fake whipped cream on horses' hooves.
See,
that's delicious.
They're all looking it up. They don't believe.
again,
Nobody believes me.
You eat cheese crackers for.
I'm sorry.
from a vending
Did you
machine.
tell him?
Animal bones? Nah.
Horse's hooves.
I will never touch
specifically.
Jell-O again. Not only
Would
because
you
it's made
believe
from that,
that?
but because it also
Would you
wiggles.
be- I mean,
I don't
that's
eat food
hard-
that wiggles.
That's hard to believe, isn't it?
What?
That they could make it from horse's hooves or bones or whatever.
It's hard. Well, why? How did anybody think about that? Did somebody look at a horse's hoof and say that would make a good dessert treat? Seriously.
Well, you
How
know,
does that happen?
you're poor. You're growing up in the South, and you go, we got to use all of the animal.
Did you eat squirrel?
Yeah,
You did?
Yeah.
Like how?
I'll tell you the worst.
Like in
though.
a sandwich? How did you, or did you dunk it in soup? What did you do? And didn't
don't
you have
know.
to pick the hair out of your teeth?
No,
What?
that wasn't the worst. The worst was pig intestines, chitlins. You ever heard of the chitlins?
Well, yeah, of course. And I eat haggis, which is stomach from stomach intestines.
Well, yeah, that's the same thing as chitlins.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
When my father demanded chitlins one day a year, and he'd bring all the relatives over, and I had to leave. I would go around the neighborhood people because we had no air conditioning, had the windows open, and I would like warn people like a tornado was coming.
The chitlins are coming. The chitlins are coming.
My mother is the greatest person in the world. 'Cause
Run
she
for the
made
hills.
it. She made it once a year, and I'll tell you what, it is the worst smelling. Talk about horses.
I don't think I've ever had chitlins. And now I definitely don't want
Oh, you
them.
don't want them. I mean, two things in the South that you don't want: chitlins and grits. Yep.